Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be crafting all 20 millions worth of ingredients here into 7.1 roast porks. Now for this procedure the first thing we have to do, as you know we do every time, is placing our saltfish. This is the single most expensive part of your craft. As you can see, fish are worth 15 million and rest is worth 5 million. That's just how it is. And the first step in crafting fish sauce is making the chopped fish. For this, just get some fish, go to a butcher and chop them up, and I'll see you guys after I do that. Okay, I'm here at a butcher. I expect this to tank my frames, but oh boy, it's worse than I thought. But maybe I should lower my graphics or something. Nah, it works. Now while this is happening, I'll tell you guys what I've been doing recently in terms of crafting and dungeons. Recently, because I'm in the creators program, my premium is free, so I really stopped caring about using my focus optimally or micromanaging every 3 days to get the most out of my focus. So recently I've just been doing dungeons and crafting every once in a while for a video, or stuff like that. So my cooking spec is not really that high right now. It's at 60 on almost everything, I think. Yeah, it's 60 on everything. That's what I tried to do. I made another video. I recorded the video, I still did not upload it. That video is on leveling up food crafting. That is the next video after this one, or the one after the next one. So stick around for that if you are interested in learning how to level up cooking. Now let's get some more fish and chop them up. I have chopped up all of the fish and it took up quite some space. Now the next step is using this chopped fish and mixing it with seaweed to make the fish sauce bottles. In this example we are going to be making the normal basic fish sauce bottle, that is this one. This only requires 15 chopped fish and 1 seaweed, so you have to buy seaweed in the ratio like this. For every 15 chopped fish you need 1. That's probably too many. Okay, let's go with 2 stacks of that. Okay, let's go 3 stacks of this and 1 more stack of fish. This should be good enough for 1 trip. I'll have to make multiple trips, not because I don't have carry weight, but there's not enough slots. Another important thing when you're doing stuff like this with full inventory is that you want to leave 1 slot empty, because if you don't have an empty slot, the new item you craft will not be able to spawn in your inventory and it shows you an error message. I'll show you what that looks like real quick, just in case you're wondering. Let's split this. How do you do that? Oh yeah, like that. Okay. Now select the fish sauce. It will not let you craft because there's not an empty slot for the item to be placed at. Now let's click stack and it magically lets you craft now. Let's start crafting. This does take some time. Just look at the fish disappearing and the estimated value also changing a little bit. It does make minor amount of silver, not anything worth doing, but it does increase your profit by a little bit. Not profit, the estimated value. But that's not the point here. We are not going to be selling these bottles. These bottles are very good for us in crafting, so we'll just use them up. Now I'll see you guys after I finish crafting all of the fish sauce bottles. I have finished chopping and crafting all the fishes into bottles. Now it's time to make the roast pork food. Now before we crafted the bottles, the estimated value on fish and seaweed was around 14 point something million. Now it's rose up to 16 million. It is slightly profitable to just craft bottles and sell them, but I really do not recommend that you do it. It's not worth the amount of investment you have to put in for the small returns. Now for this specific craft, I think I paid around 12 or 13 million on fish, but it shows like 15 million, but you have to place buy orders and wait 2-3 days to get your stuff through. Now the next step is finding a cheap crafting station, and let's just hover over all the crafting stations and find the cheapest one. This one's pretty cheap. Alright, so this is our crafting station. We'll craft here because it's the cheapest. I'm at the crafting station, and before we start crafting, let's see the salad. That speeds it up a lot, like 48% to be specific. Now this is my first time crafting with a mammoth. One of my friends actually lent it to me, it's not mine, and I have to say it's a lot better bringing these materials on a mammoth, because without a mammoth I need to do like 2 or 3 runs just to craft stuff. So a huge thank you to my friend. Right, let's see how much the estimated value increases. It was at 9.3, so it's at 19.6 now. I predict 22, 23, somewhere around there, but I honestly don't know because this is my first time crafting enchanted roast pork. Let's keep going. It's already at 21. Damn, might cross 23. Now the main profit in our crafting is not just from the food. The profit that we make is from resource return rate on the fish sauce bottles. As you saw from before we started crafting, the majority of our investment is in the fish sauce bottles. By getting the fish sauce bottles as a resource return, we can either sell them or use them up in our next craft to make even more profit. That's where all the money comes from, so don't directly sell fish sauce if you can. Okay, I can craft 270 more, but that's not good because I don't have enough focus for that. So let's slide it down to have using what do I say, just enough to use up all the focus. So 60 more. Let's go.
My favorite recipe.
Let's do a total check on how much money we made just in the food craft after I'm finished crafting this. Okay, 0 focus. Yeah, 0 focus left.
Let's cook again.
Now, the estimated value for the ingredients went up from 19.5 around there to 24.3. In realistically, I paid around 14 million or 15 million for the buy orders. So the estimated value increase is not quite accurate. If I have to guess, I'd say, not just guess, I mean I know how much we paid for it. So we made around 9 to 10 million in profits from 3 days. Now that might not sound like much, but the point here is I don't have full spec yet, and I'm not min-maxing everything, as in I'm not farming my own ingredients, getting my own fish, or getting them from a seller that sells stuff to me for cheap. You can do all kinds of stuff, and you can have acquaintances like a shop owner to make your crafting fees cheaper. There's a lot of things you can do to increase this number by a lot, but for now I'm playing it very casual. This is what you can expect realistically if you are a beginner. Probably not a beginner because you don't have enough specs for it, but generally I think if you want to start crafting, you don't have to overthink it. Just pick up any food you want to do. Other than the crafting salads, those are very hard to sell. I I learned that the hard way. I recommend crafting any combat food that sells out really fast in high volumes, like omelets. People buy omelets all the time. Omelets, roast pork, another very popular food. Beef stews is also a very good one. I in fact made a bunch of bread for the beef stew. I'll show you guys the bread after I place a sell order on this. Now let's take a look at how long we can expect this to take for selling everything. In the past 1 hour, 15 were sold. Before that, 31. So it looks like it will take a few days, like 3 or 4 days at the very least, to sell all the enchanted roast porks. I honestly thought it would take a lot less time than this, but whatever. This is my first time doing it, so I am not very experienced in roast pork. But beef stews, on the other hand, I do often, and those sell very fast. Let's take a look at beef stews. Point 1. Now look here, 78 in last 1 hour. Before that, 166. 150. You get the idea. If I made the same amount in beef stews, this would sell in like half day or 1 day at the max. The reason I am doing roast porks now is not because I like doing roast porks or they are more profitable. The only reason is to increase spec in roast pork in order to get the passive bonus on all other foods. I think the ideal foods to craft, on my current opinion, are either beef stews or omelets, the tier 7 omelets. This opinion is not very, how do I say it? It's not completely based on facts because I'm not very experienced in this. This is just based on my observation. So if you guys know anything more than I do, please feel free to share that in comments. I can also profit from it. That's it for the cooking portion of the video. Now after this we will do a giveaway on a 7-day premium code from one of our previous videos. Now let's get to that. Okay, now let's get into the giveaway. This is the giveaway on my previous cooking video. So yeah, let's start the giveaway here. There's a running gag on this channel that the giveaway picker always picks me for some reason. Some people even told me that I rigged it. So here's a live demonstration. If it picks me this time, I'm not rigging it. If it does not, that really does not prove anything. So yeah, let's go. Get comments. So we have 13 entries for the giveaway and start. Alright, this guy. If you want to claim the giveaway, come to my Discord server and I will DM it to you. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, also if you want to enter a giveaway, you have to subscribe, like and share.